So, you are about to become a new fish keeper, huh? Well, if this video finds you, you are in luck. Fish keeping is the most relaxing, fun, and could be an addictive hobby too. And you probably plan on diving into the hobby because you view it as a fun hobby too. And you probably want to have pets other than dogs and cats. But before you really get your feet wet in this hobby, allow me to take 10 to 15 minutes of your time, as I have some of the best advice for you who want to start fish keeping. And these advices that I'm about to share with you could probably be helpful when you really want to start your fish keeping journey. Welcome to Taj Mahal Aquatics, everybody, and here are my 6 pieces of advice for newbies who want to start fish keeping. I must say that fish keeping is truly an amazing, fun, and engaging hobby. I've been in the hobby for quite a long time, from since I was a kid to be exact. And trust me, there's nothing more fun than having a cool fish, watching them swim in your tank, especially if your fish have a great personality. And sometimes, many fish keepers took a step further by getting some of the most rare and oddball fish that I never knew. And I guess many people also find this hobby attractive, as watching fish swim is fun, and feeding them can be the next level entertainment sometimes. And there's also many people get into the fish keeping hobby after visiting a friend or a pet store and seeing those awesome fish in the tank. And I guess that becomes a motivation to start fish keeping for many people as well. But I also think you might have other motivation to keep fish. Some love the peace it brings, others love the challenge of maintaining an ecosystem. But what about you? What is the main reason you want to start fish keeping? Drop your reasons in the comment section below, because I really want to know what motivates you to start fish keeping. And if you are really sure you really want to keep fish, here are my 6th piece of advice to start fish keeping. The first one is the most crucial one, as this is the foundation of fish keeping, and that is commitment. You have to fully commit to this hobby. I know keeping a fish is actually fun and easy, but fish keeping is not just about having fish, water, decorations, and food, and then forgetting everything. No. You have to know that keeping a fish is also creating a living ecosystem in your tank for your fish to thrive. You have to commit on maintaining it and learning about it, and not to mention that fish keeping is a long-term commitment also. Just like any other pets, like keeping a dog or a cat, fish keeping is also a long-term commitment, meaning you cannot just keep a fish now and then a few weeks or months later, you quit because you didn't like it or find it boring. You cannot just keep fish out of boredom, but you have to fully commit to it, especially for maintaining it and keeping it for long term. And trust me, if you are willing to commit, fish keeping rewards you with fun and amazingly unforgettable experience. So before you start, let me ask you, are you ready to commit to fully dive into this hobby? If yes, here's some more advice for you. The second advice that I want to give you is watch out for beginner's gimmick. Now, what is even this beginner's gimmick that I mean? You know, when you walk into big chain pet stores or even hardware store that does sell some aquarium products, or any other store that also has aquarium products, have you ever noticed aquarium kits that were labeled for beginners? If so, that's what you want to be aware of. Why? They may say that their aquarium products are for beginners, but the harsh truth is, most of those kits are actually money traps. Most of them are way too small and also overpriced most of the time. And those overpriced and also undersized aquarium products also come with so-called smart features where you can control the tank from your phone. But I think that's just a smart trick to waste your money. So watch out for aquarium kits or anything labeled for beginners, as they might be a scam for you. Next advice that I would give to you is don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes can happen sometimes, especially when you first start on fish keeping. You would not always have a smooth start. There will be mistakes here and there. You might overfeed your fish without realizing it. You might also undercycling your tank, or probably mix your fish with fish that are not compatible with your fish. And that's totally okay. Mistakes are a humane thing, and when you want to learn something new, you might make some mistakes, and with fish keeping is no exception. And it can happen to everyone, even the best of us also. And trust me, I also have made some mistakes in fish keeping sometimes. But the most important thing is not to quit or feel discouraged just because you make some mistakes. Mistakes are just lesson in disguise, but as long as you are willing to learn and improve from those mistakes, you can be a good fish keeper in no time. And of course, it's always the best to avoid mistakes. But if you happen to make it, it's always best to take it as a lesson and improve yourself to be a much better fish keeper. And did you know that many new fish keepers lose their fish in the first month because they don't understand aquarium cycling? So if you make some mistakes, don't blame yourself too much. I know you want to be the best fish keeper ever, but trust me, if you do want to be the best, take your time to learn from mistakes you made, do more research, and keep on trying until you become a good fish keeper. My next advice, following up from the previous one, is keep on learning. Fish keeping isn't just one-time setup. It's a journey of learning and trying. And like I said before, when you are learning fish keeping, everyone can make mistakes sometimes, and that's totally fine. But what's important after you make that mistake is that you are willing to improve and keep learning to be a better fish keeper. You can learn more from tutorial videos online, or from online article, or even aquarium group chat. The key is to not just rely on a single source. The more perspective you gather, the better your fish keeping learning experience will be. And think of it like this. The more you learn on fish keeping, the more level up you are as a fish keeper. And with more things you learn about fish keeping, it'll bring you closer to a perfect tank ecosystem and a better experience as a fish keeper. And let me give you one more piece of advice that can help you learn to become a great fish keeper, and that is my next piece of advice that can help you learn more about fish keeping is to engage with someone that does keep fish. Don't isolate yourself with online source, but also get some advice from someone who has been in the hobby for a long time. Maybe your friends, your parents, your siblings, or maybe your local aquarium club members. Getting close to these kinds of people could make your fish keeping learning experience easier and more fun. An experienced fish keeper can save you from costly mistakes because they know what they are doing. Plus, you can also share stories with them, show off your fish, and get some advice from someone who's been in the hobby for a long time. So if you happen to know someone that was a long-time fish keeper, reach out, as they could be your trusted go-to source for every fish tank problem you have. And here's my final piece of advice. Enjoy the process. Having a healthy and thriving aquarium ecosystem is not something you can rush, but it's a process that takes patience. So don't stress out. If your tank doesn't look perfect at first, take your time and enjoy the process. good things takes time. And with perfect fish tanks is no exception. Enjoy the process and take some time to learn more stuff about being a better fish keeper. Enjoy every feeding time in your tank, enjoy every small changes, and one day, you'll have a thriving tank and realize you built it from scratch. So trust the process and enjoy every step of the way. So there you go, 6 solid pieces of advice for you to start fish keeping. Understanding that fish keeping is more than just a fun hobby, but can also be a rewarding hobby to try is what motivates many people to try fish keeping. And there's nothing wrong with trying fish keeping in the first place. It's just a matter of you are willing to commit and learn to be a good fish keeper. And if you take fish keeping with your heart and soul, you will enjoy fish keeping the way it was meant to be. And I do hope that my advice here will be helpful for starting fish keeping. And if you want more beginner fish keeper related content, feel free to request in the comment section below. I would be more than happy to make these kinds of content to help you be a good fish keeper. And that's a wrap for this video. And what motivates you to get into the fish keeping hobby? Let me know in the comment section below, and give this video a thumbs up if you like this video, and share this video to your friends that want to start fish keeping. Subscribe this channel if you want to see more fish keeping content, as I will bring you more in the future. Thanks for watching my aquatic friends, and have a wonderful aquatic life. See you next time.